Hello, Hannah. Today is Friday, and look at my pretty dress. Whee! Believe it or not, I'm actually going to spend another day talking about an actual topic and not just, hey, Hannah, nothing's happening in my life. Here are all the things not happening in my life. Now, I know I just talked about Lizzie Bennet Diaries on Wednesday, however, I'd kind of like to talk about them again. But not just the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. I'd also like to talk about BBC Sherlock. You see, I've been thinking about them both, and I've come to this conclusion. Do you want to hear the conclusion? Too bad, you're going to hear it anyways because you can't respond, and I'm just going to make this video. You see, as young people, I still consider us pretty young, sometimes it's hard and scary to think about reading classic books because we know the language is just gonna go whoop right over our head sometimes, and it's really scary that we might read this book and have no idea what's going on. Like, why would you read it if you don't know what's happening? The great thing about videos and movies and shows like this is that they bring these wonderful stories of the past to a modern perspective. They put them in terms that we understand and language that we can understand and into a world that we know. Take, for example, Sherlock. I'd always been interested in the idea of Sherlock Holmes, but I never saw any movies or read any of the stories until Tumblr got me into BBC Sherlock, and suddenly I bought the book. I wanted to read these stories because I was just so overwhelmed by the amazingness of Sherlock Holmes that I wanted more and more and more.
This is not my copy, but I do have this book at home.
And now, after 2 days, I have watched the entirety of the Lizzie Bennet Diaries playlist. That's 100 videos that I have fangirled so hard about that I finished it in 2 school days. And now, I want the book. Well, actually, at this point, half the book.
This will be my copy once I'm done wandering around the wonderful Barnes & Noble.
That was yesterday. But the point I'm trying to make is simple. Twelfth Night is a lot easier to read when you've already seen She's the Man. Pride and Prejudice is a lot easier to understand when you already know the whole story from the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. It makes reading these wonderful classic novels so much easier and so much more fun. You're not sitting there struggling through trying to figure out what's going on. You're enjoying it because you already know what happens and you've seen it through modern eyes. And now you get to see another form of something you really enjoyed. And I just think that's wonderful. I never would have wanted to see Pride and Prejudice or read it if I hadn't seen the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. I didn't even want to watch the Lizzie Bennet Diaries because I knew they were based off of Jane Austen. But I got bored one night, and it just happened, and here I am with a Jane Austen novel that I own. Never thought that would happen. So, 2 thumbs up to modernization of stories. That's about it for today, so I will see you tomorrow. Bye!